Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter 1 of your introduction to accounting. Before starting it, before starting about the accounts, you should know about what is accounting, what is the purpose of preparing or what is the purpose of learning accounting. So, let us see what is introduction to accounting. Accounting is primarily concerned with recording of financial transactions and events in the books of account, summarizing them and communicating the financial information to the users. What is accounting? It is primarily related with recording of financial transactions. We are recording all the financial transactions. Financial transaction means the things which are related with the terms of money. That is, if any business is there, then they are recording all the things which is happening in the business which is related to money, that is purchasing of any goods, purchasing of any item or selling of any item, all these things which is related with the terms of money, that is your financial transactions and events in the books of account. We are preparing the several books of accounts, and then in that books of accounts we are recording all the financial transaction, summarizing them and communicating the financial information. We are summarizing them. Summarizing them means all the purchases transactions, means what all the things we have purchased for our business, all that purchases transactions we are recording in one book of account. Then all the sales transactions, whatever we are selling, all the sales transactions we are recording in the another book of account. So we are summarizing all the financial transactions and communicating the financial information to the users. Now, who are the users here? That is proprietors. Proprietors means owners, lenders, creditors, debtors, investors, government, banks, employees, etc. There are several terms like creditors, debtors, which we'll study later on step by step. But these are the people who are related to our business. So we are communicating about our financial transactions with them. Accounting, being a medium of communication, is known as language of business. So what is accounting? Accounting thus is an art of recording. We are recording accounting. Accounting means recording. What we are recording? All the financial transactions. We are recording what is happening in our business, how much things we are purchasing in a day, or how many things we are selling in a day. So all that financial transactions are recording, classifying, then we are checking it, classifying them, that what all the transactions are related with purchases, the transactions are related with sales, and summarizing the financial transaction and events. Then we are preparing them separately. All the purchases we are recording separately, all the sales things we are recording separately, all the things which we purchase on credit, that we are recording separately. So all the things are recorded separately, interpreting the result thereof and communicating them to the user. And then we are interpreting it, we are checking it, we are analyzing the result and communicating them to the users. So this is the definition of accounting. It is an art of recording, classifying and summarizing the financial transactions and events, interpreting the result thereof and communicating them to the users. Accountancy, on the other hand, now one more term is there, accountancy. Accountancy, on the other hand, is a systematic knowledge of accounting. We should have a proper knowledge of accounting, step by step knowledge of accounting. That is, it explains how and on what basis Financial transactions are recorded in the books of account. Thus, accountancy is the body of theory and practice of accounting. Accountancy explains that step by step how to record all the transactions, how to prepare the proper format. That is what we should have the knowledge of theory as well as the practice of accounting. That is the accountancy. Step by step we should have the systematic knowledge of accounting and how to record the financial transactions. So that is about the introduction to accounting. Next, let us see about the evolution of accounting, from where the accounting starts, from where it evolved. In the ancient times, barter system was followed in trade. Gradually, hundis means bills of exchange, replaced barter system, and later money in different forms came into existence. Everybody knows that in ancient times barter system was followed, that is, in exchange of goods were only given. So then it came with the hundis, that is, with the bills of exchange. Then hundis also get replaced with the money in different forms. Then as the money became the medium of trade settlement, accounting started coming into existence. When everything, all types of transaction done in terms of money, then from there accounting start. Why accounting employs numerical metaphor is that money, numbers, and accountings, these all are interrelated and are inseparable. What all things involved in accounting, that is money, as well as the numbers, how many, quantity we can say, and the accounting, all these three. The accounting means that is the properly record of all the transaction. So all these three things are necessary in accounting, and these three things are interrelated and are inseparable. All emerge in relation to controlling goods, stocks, and transaction in economy of Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is the name of a place where all the things has been started. In India, Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, the chief minister in the court of Chandragupta Maurya, the first emperor of India, wrote the manuscript similar to financial management book. So it is about the evolution of accounting in India. It was titled Arthashastra. It had developed detailed aspect of maintaining books of account of a sovereign state. It is considered to be the first Indian authentic manuscript on accounting. So in India, first book was written. It was similar to financial management book titled Arthashastra. Then there are three phases of accounting. First phase of accounting can be said to the 15th century. It was started in 15th century, although it is believed that in the 14th century double entry bookkeeping was widely used in Italy. It was already in 14th century, it was already introduced in Italy, but we are saying the first phase of accounting, we usually say it is in the 15th century. In this bookkeeping, in this book, he introduced, now who is he here Fra Luisa Pisoili introduced symbol for plus and minus for the first time in printed book. The book which was used in Italy, it was there they show about the plus and minus, the transactions in plus and minus. Plus and minus means the things which has to be added in business and the things which has to be subtracted from business. Plus and minus for the first time in a printed book. The method developed by Pisoili was widely used in Western Europe and became an accepted standard system of accounting. It was used by the Pasoili, but this method was accepted by everyone as a system of accounting. So this was the first phase of accounting. The second phase of accounting can be attributed to the era when owners conducted business through managers. Who are the owners? Who are investing into the business? Let's say if a business has to be started of rupees 20 lakh, then the owners, they are investing 20 lakhs in the business, and then they are appointing the managers to go through all the things which are going on in the business. Owners are simply investing into the business, and then they are appointing the managers to work in the business, and then they are taking report from the honor this managers from the business, that what is happening in the business, how much profit is earned by the business in years. So all these things are reported by the managers to the owner. That was a small type of businesses. In business, owners were investing the money, and then they are appointing managers to work for their business, and now everything has to be done by the managers. All types of recording, transactions recording, everything is done by the manager, and then they are reporting to the owners through accounting, because accounting is a proof. So therefore, through accounting, they are reporting to the owners about the situation of the business, that whether business is earning a profit or suffering a loss. That all things comes in the second phase of accounting. Now come to the third and present stage of accounting. The third, and which we are using now also, the present stage of accounting. It is attributed to the development of joint stock companies from about the year 1600. It means for the nowadays we can see there are several big companies. They are known as joint stock companies. So for these type of companies, the accounting has been developed. It built wider stakeholders seeking financial information. This led to accounting system for internal and external purposes. Means it is for both management accounting and financial accounting. Management accounting means which has to be managed properly, and financial accounting again which is related with the finance in terms of money. Subsequently, as the business grew and also the stakeholders accounting, disclosure regulation set in along with external attestation, that is audit. Now we can see the term of accounting has a wider scope. It has everything. Disclosure regulation. Disclosure regulation means whatever the company is earning, about the profit, about the loss, everything whatever the company is earning, that has to be disclosed by the company every year. That is, if you have heard about the audit. Then accounting standard, the guidelines for accounting and preparation of financial statement. Now everything which has to be done by the company, it has to be done in a proper format. That is, balance sheet has to be prepared, profit and loss account. All these things we will be doing in accounting in the practical form later on. So this is about the third and present stage of accounting. Now accounting standard, how the accounting standards work, they are working according to the new Companies Act that was introduced in the 2013. It is to be mandatory for all the companies, that they have all the companies has to follow the rules according to the Companies Act 2013. Subsequently, in the year 2015, India, as it means Indian accounting standards were notified, and these accounting standards are equivalent to International Financial Reporting Standard. These are the some of the accounting standards. The company has to work according to the Indian accounting standard, as well as they have to follow all the rules and regulations given by the Companies Act 2013. So this is how the accounting evolved. This is all about the evolution of accounting. I hope everyone understood. Thank you.